Hi, this video is about Nagas, energy healing, and the web of life. And a shout out to my friend Amarnath, who took this amazing, mind-blowing photograph out west. All right, so the Nagas are life forms that are snake-like. And we've talked a lot in previous videos about like the cord of light that runs from the crown of your head through the body, and the web of life that is made of threads or strands of life force. These structures are alive. They're not just like the scaffolding on which our world is structured. They are the scaffolding on which our world is structured, but they're live. They're live scaffolding. And they're ancient. And because of the simplicity of the system, they are actually able to hold more information, to be outside the context of space and time, and to function in extremely sophisticated manners. Think of superstrings in physics. Maybe not exactly superstrings in physics, but like superstrings, fundamental structures to the manifested world in which we normally experience our life unfolding. So there is a symbiotic relationship between Nagas and the human forms, and all forms. That relationship is based on the fact that the Nagas bring in life force. So the crown, the cord of light that comes in the crown of the head is connected to infinite, unmanifest field of absolute being at one end, and it moves through the body, hits the heart chakra, the Hriddya Marma, actually, Mahamarma actually, and spins like this, and forms, as it spins, it forms all the energy field of the body, and then it spins in even tighter, and it forms the actual physical forms of the body. So our systems, such as nervous system, digestive system, circulatory system, and all other systems, even skeletal system has it's built on these lovely cord-like, stick-like structures. And so the systems each are overseen by specific Nagas, by specific life forms, which are designed to oversee and administrate the health and well-being of those parts of the physiology. Then the cord, it's spinning, and then it keeps going back to Mother Earth, and like rivers running to the ocean, the Nagas eventually end up at the center sun, which itself is the doorway to infinity. So they are anchored to infinity at both ends. This is important because even though one infinity may seem slightly different from the other, like one is more abstract and one is more concrete, or you could say from smaller than the smallest to larger than the largest, that's another way of looking at it. It seems like, well, smaller than the smallest is one extreme infinity and larger than the largest is another extreme infinity, but infinity is infinity. And it's like a necklace with a clasp, you know? The infinity at the end makes a circle. It makes wholeness. So the Nagas oversee the various systems of the body. It is valuable to recognize that these life forms have a symbiotic relationship with us, with our physical bodies as humans. They bring the very life that keeps the body alive, that distinguishes a live body from a dead body. And the human physiology and the human experience is divine, and it is sufficient to support or to be a suitable vessel for these forms of consciousness, which are pure life force. So we have this like beautiful symbiotic relationship with the Nagas, and as do other living things. And it's very valuable for your healing to make friends with them, to recognize the existence of the Nagas. They like nothing better. I've said it before, but I'll say it again, that love is the currency of the universe, And literally everything in the universe responds to love. It responds to your attention. It responds to your gratitude and your reverence and your appreciation. So the Nagas too, like many people go their whole life and never recognize the Nagas in their physiology, that which is keeping them alive. So there is a sacred space in the heart where the relationship in the heart area, where the relationship between the individual and those specific cords, the specific threads that keep the body going and healthy reside. In that space, you will find incredible responsiveness from the field of life force itself to you, to every thought, to every emotion you have, to everything about you. So I encourage everyone watching this video to take a quiet moment, check into your heart space, and then say hello to your Nagas. And if you have a particular area of the physiology or a particular concern physically, check the Naga for that particular concern, if it's the nervous system or the circulatory system or digestive system or whatever. And you can work with that specific Naga. The Nagas sometimes also can feel compromised in the human physiology because they're in such a state of absolute perfect balance that the kind of comings and goings of the dramas of human life don't really affect them, but they are with us through all of those dramas. And so they're anchoring balance, basically. So it's beautiful to recognize and appreciate them, to work with them if you are working to strengthen your circulatory system or strengthen your musculoskeletal system or whichever part of yourself you would like to see in better condition. Make friends with your Nagas. I suggest it like you would make friends with anybody. Be kind and respectful. Be loving. So this is the relationship between the Nagas and the physiology and health and the web of life. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, or you have any questions, please feel free to comment or ask. And I really appreciate your time and attention today. Thank you.